What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got the big news of the Nintendo Switch sales numbers. Nintendo has revealed a ton of information on all the best-selling games, on the system sales, and more. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it, guys. So Nintendo did report its latest financial results for the 9 months ended December 31st, 2019. The company has provided sales updates across the board, including the latest on the Nintendo Switch. So here is the roundup of information, guys, straight from Nintendo. So the Nintendo Switch is at 52.48 million, beating a lot of projections of people, analysts out there that said it's going to be right at 50 million. It was 2 million plus over that. So during the 9 months ended December 31st, 2019, Nintendo Switch Lite launched in September as a compact, lightweight, and easy to carry system dedicated to the handheld gameplay, and Nintendo Switch performed well without losing momentum, resulting in significant sales growth for the entire Nintendo Switch family that surpassed the same period in the last fiscal year. Software like Pokemon Sword and Shield became huge hits, selling 16.06 million units alongside Luigi's Mansion 3 and Super Mario Maker 2, both of which sold over 5 million units. In addition, sales of popular titles released during previous fiscal years and titles from other software publishers continued to grow steadily, bringing the total number of million-selling titles during the fiscal year to 21, including the titles of other software publishers. Nintendo Switch also launched in China through Tencent Holdings Limited in December. As a result, hardware sales reached 17.74 million units, 22.5 increase on a year-on-year basis, and software sales reached 123.13 million units, 30.1 increase on a year-on-year basis. For the Nintendo 3DS, hardware sales totaled 0.62 million units, a 73% decrease. We're not talking about the Nintendo 3DS because nobody cares about that, but if you want to see the full blurb on that, you can definitely check it out there. Also, there was contributions from the Nintendo Switch Online throughout the entire fiscal year, helped bring the overall digital sales to 124.9 billion yen, a 48.3% increase on a year-on-year basis. Now, for the mobile business, many consumers continue to enjoy applications released during the fiscal year, such as Mario Kart Tour, as well as titles that were released in previous fiscal years. Our mobile IP-related income reached 36.9 billion yen, a 10.6% increase on a year-on-year basis. Now, there's more on the mobile sector. They made a ton of money on mobile as well, over $1 billion. Fire Emblem Heroes is big there. But the big news here, guys, is more of the game software sales as well. So we are going to run down some of those. Nintendo did provide some of them in their press release, but I will go over all of them from the top all the way to the bottom. And there's some big ones with Astral Chain and Marvel Ultimate Alliance that have cracked the "oh, we thought it was a flop, no, not really" list. So let's go ahead and start off at the top here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at 22.96 million. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is at 17.68 million. Super Mario Odyssey is at 16.59 million. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is at 16.34 million. Pokemon Sword and Shield is at a staggering 16.06 million. It sold that much from its release date to then. That's just absolutely amazing. It's already crushing the previous Pokemon games. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee sold 11.76 million. Splatoon 2 is at 9.81 million. Super Mario Party is at 9.12 million. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is at 5.85 million. Really good for that game, actually. 5.85 million is actually outselling Super Mario Maker 2. Luigi's Mansion is at 3.57 million units, which is also really good. Super Mario Maker 2 is at 5.04 million. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is at 4.19 million. Fire Emblem Three Houses is at 2.58 million. Ring Fit Adventure is at 2.17 million. Astral Chain is at 1.03 million. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is at 1.02 million. Very good across the board here. I do want to talk about Astral Chain in a completely separate video because there is history with that, and there is, I would say, there's some precedents to that needs its own video dedicated to that, and we definitely need to talk about this because there was so much silliness with this game and the sales when it first launched. So that will be a separate video. You guys know it will come. But let's talk about some of these sales numbers for these big games here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe proving once again that this game should have sold way more if it didn't launch on the Wii U with its original, just basically anemic install base, right? Because the game, if you combine the Wii U version, over 30 million units sold. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate continues to impress, passing up Odyssey, passing up Breath of the Wild, passing up all these other games, which is just absolutely amazing to see as its second best selling game. And in terms of Nintendo Switch games, right? Nintendo Switch games that were made for the system, only on that system, it's actually the top selling one. Mario Kart 8 technically on the Wii U. So Super Smash Bros. Doing absolutely phenomenal. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild continued to do really good too. But let's also just get into this Nintendo Switch sales. 52.48 million. That is an incredible number for the Nintendo Switch. The system hasn't even been out for 3 years yet. Think about that, guys. Launched in 2017. These numbers are to the end of December 31st, 2019. So they don't count all of January that's passed by. People are still buying games and everything like that. They count all the way through March 2017 to the end of 2019, and the system has sold 52.48 million units. That is right up there with the PlayStation 4 and some of the best selling systems of all time if you align the launches with time on the market. The Nintendo Switch is a runaway success at this point, and really there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have clear confirmation here that pretty much this system has surpassed the Xbox One in total sales from the last time that we got sales numbers out there from Microsoft, and I'm pretty sure they haven't cracked 50 million units yet with the Xbox One. And it just goes to show you there is plenty of market space for powerful systems out there, and also the Nintendo Switch. And on top of that, there's plenty of room for people to pick up a Nintendo Switch and buy games. Third-party developers, look at these sales, right? You cannot deny what's going on here. 52 million plus people that have a Nintendo Switch, or systems out there that are active where people are buying software year on year, increases every single time. What does this do for us as the consumer? It impacts pretty much everything. We saw with the GDC developer surveys out there, more and more developers want to put games on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, we're not always going to get the big bad AAA whatever third-party games. That's fine. Get whatever the developers can put on the system. Let them do what they can do. But what we've seen over the course of the Nintendo Switch's life with games like Mortal Kombat, with games like The Witcher 3, with games like Doom, all of the publishers have stated that the games have sold well and have increased their revenue. So if you do want to take the time to get a studio to port it over, or if you do want to put something together, there is a market for that mature content on the Nintendo Switch. There are enough people out of these 52 million or 52 million systems to where there are a nice slice of people that are willing to buy a variety of different types of games. I think that Astral Chain selling that 1 million, which once again we will have another video on, completely proves that. Marvel Ultimate Alliance selling over 1 million completely proves that. You're looking at the consistency of people buying core games on the Nintendo Switch, like Fire Emblem Three Houses, over 2.5 million for that style of game. Nobody would have thought that Fire Emblem could be reaching up to 3 million, and with the new DLC coming out, I'm telling you guys, that's going to bump the game well over 3 million units and push it even further as more and more people play Fire Emblem and pick up the DLC and do everything. So I'm really excited to see how it goes from here with that. But this is something that the 52 million is just absolutely remarkable. I think it beat out a lot of people's predictions. I was guessing right around 51 to 52 million, so I knew it was going to be there just based on some internal sales numbers that Nintendo had already put out beforehand, and kind of just how the market was shifting, how we saw how well the system was doing, how it was winning NPDs, what we saw in Japan. You cannot deny what was going on with Japan with the console sales numbers, selling 200,000 units plus per week in that last month and a half or so. It was just crazy to see how well the Nintendo Switch is doing, and we really haven't seen a Nintendo system sell this well in a very long time when it comes to their core base, right? The core home console base, at least, right? It's the Wii. That was the last time, and even then that was like the expanded audience. It hasn't been since like the Super Nintendo that we've seen something. And speaking of Super Nintendo, it pretty much passes it up at this point, right? Super Nintendo I think is around 50 million or something like that. So the Nintendo Switch has passed up my favorite Nintendo system of all time, at least my formerly favorite Nintendo system of all time before the Nintendo Switch. So that is also a huge bit of news here. And next up is the NES. It's going to be probably mid this year or so. The NES is going to get passed up, probably even when Animal Crossing comes out. There's going to be a lot of people picking up a Nintendo Switch at that time period, so it could be there when the Nintendo Switch passes up the NES, which would be just crazy as well. But very good to see the Nintendo Switch doing this well. This means more games will be coming to the system. Developers see games like Astral Chain. You can make a game dedicated to the Nintendo Switch for core gamers, and it will sell. If it's a good game, it will sell. We saw that with Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Heck, even if it's not as good as Astral Chain, which Marvel Ultimate Alliance isn't, it still sold over 1 million units on the system. So you can make games for the Switch. You can be confident that your core games will sell. You can sell DLC on the platform. It has it there. So this is only positive news for Nintendo Switch gamers. This is only positive news for the gaming industry as it gets more people to have more budgets in order to develop on systems, right? Not everybody's going to be able to make this big, huge game on the PS4 or the next systems or whatever. You can put stuff on Switch. You can put stuff on other systems. Everything is good in my opinion when it comes down to these sales numbers here, and it probably opened a lot of third-party developers' eyes, and I think that Nintendo probably didn't even think their games would sell this good when they were kind of planning and putting things out, because this is just nuts. This is better than any system before when it comes down to it, even better than the Wii with a lot of these games, man. I mean, it really does look like this is going to be a record-breaking system and probably the best-selling Nintendo system of all time. I think it's probably going to pass up the Nintendo Wii. We're going to have to wait and see on that. It still has 50% or more to go, 50 million units plus, but man, it's on its way for sure, and the games are just selling absolutely phenomenal, especially the core games out there. So what do you guys think about these sales numbers? 52.48 million for the Nintendo Switch, all the different big sales numbers here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. Follow us on Twitter for all the latest updates. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we will see you guys for the next video. Peace.